Hello, chess players. Max Murray here, broadcasting to you another instructive miniatures chess game from the comfort of my armchair. This game can be found in quite a few places on the internet. It is between a very colorful character in the history of chess, managing the white pieces, named Dadian, and his opponent is Doubrava. The game occurred in Kiev in 1896. Dadian is actually a Russian prince. He was not only a chess player, but also a tournament organizer and patron of chess, a controversial figure who was accused of scripting some of his games against his opponents and had got into a number of altercations with the leading masters of his day. His games, however, were annotated by none other than the first world chess champion, William Steinitz. So Dadian begins the game with e2, e4, best by test, and Doubrava, as black, plays d6, the same opening system I use. I play one d6 as black against every possible white setup. I usually then follow using the book moves with knight to f6 and an early e7, e5, but Doubrava will go a different direction during this game. Dadian plays out bishop to bishop 4 or bishop c4, attacking the vulnerable f7 pawn in black's opening array, to which Doubrava replies with knight d7. This move is inaccurate in the opening. Not only is it creating congestion, but it is far inferior to the simple book move knight to f6. Dadian continues with his rapid development, playing knight to f3. And now Doubrava starts to go wrong. He plays a g6. This is an outright blunder. This move loses on the spot. But Dadian, oddly enough, doesn't see it. And when I've gone over this game other places on the internet, people don't realize that there is an alternative here for Dadian that he didn't play that would win the game outright. Instead, Dadian plays knight to g5. It's logical. He's attacking that traditional weak point in black's opening array on the f7 square, and obviously threatening bishop takes pawn mate. So Doubrava defends with knight to h6. This is the blunder that actually causes him to lose the game. It's his second blunder. He had one chance and he won't get it back. If black had simply played, for example, e6 here, then white might proceed with d4, but black has a playable position and the game continues. Be that as it may, what we see instead is Doubrava thinking he's going to defend his pawn thusly with a knight on h6, and he gets a very rude awakening after bishop takes f7 check. It's mate unless, and then the bishop is removed, which Dada does, but now comes knight to e6, and the queen is trapped. She has nowhere to go. Game over. Let's scroll back, though, through the move order and understand why this g6 should have lost right away. Take a moment, you can see that bishop takes pawn right now immediately was playable. If black captures the bishop, now we play knight to knight 5 or knight g5 check, and the black king is in a quandary. If he returns to his starting square, then knight to e6 will again capture the smothered queen. If black tries to flee to the security of the g7 square behind his pawns, well, then white has the knight fork of king and queen check, which is also ends the game. So black is forced to run, in this case, to the f6 square, and we have a king hunk situation. White follows up with queen to f3 check, king takes knight, then let's say d4. That's another check. The king must run again. He has very few places to go, and voila, we have a mate. So that was the miniature inside the miniature. I hope you enjoyed this game. It's quite instructive. If you are going to play the black pieces, you need to pay attention to these fried liver style attacks against your f7 pawn. Thank you. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe. I certainly enjoy bringing them to you. I am using Irving Chernov's 1955 published book, 1000 Best Short Games of Chess. Ta-ta.